Good morning. My name is, thank you. My name is Aija Niemer Honorud, and I've been the staff for the Iron Student Network for the past 2.5 years. And I just started with National People's Action, which I'll tell you about in a minute. This is Sashat Mack and Dylan Amlin. They're going to be talking to their partners on this project. So I want to start by telling you what ISN is with a story. We had a leader named Grace 2 years ago. She was somebody who was like fantastic at doing any task. She was like really solid and really reliable. So that was a great start. But at ISN, we believe that student leadership should be grounded in more than that. It should be about seeing the potential for folks to have greatness. So I sent Grace to our week-long leadership training put on by NPA. And at that training, she was pushed, and she pushed herself. And she came out of there with a vision for herself being powerful, organizing people and organizing money. And she declared that she wanted us to run a statewide campaign to keep fracking from coming to Illinois. And she wanted to be the leader doing it. So she was ready. And she, in that next year, she organized an entire statewide coalition that took on fracking. It organized 36,000 public comments. So that's 60 times the state record in Illinois previously. And it also brought thousands of people to public hearings. And as a result, we got a de facto moratorium on fracking in Illinois. And Grace grew as a leader. She took risks that propelled her beyond who she had been, made her into someone who's in this fight for the long haul. And that's how we look at all of our leaders in ISN. We believe that all of our folks can do things just as great as Grace did. And through training, peer-to-peer mentorship, and direct action, we take the responsibility for moving them there. I believe this is how we move from engaging students to building a generation that's going to change history.
And so we're taking this model beyond just Illinois. So I'm up here with ISN and with National People's Action, but I'm actually from New York City. I'm a medical student at Mount Sinai in New York. And the reason that I'm up here today is because an ISN leader named Anish came to my medical student and started an organization to organize medical students. And so there's a funny thing about medical students. We are conditioned to be powerless. Yeah. It is instilled in us, ingrained in us, that we accept abuse from our superiors, that we remain silent about injustice because that's just how we're trained. That's what we do. It is so against the culture of medicine to be vocal and public about the injustices that we see and to demand change. But the ISN model brought to our campus makes it possible for medical students to confront their fears about power. And so that's how I became an organizer. And that's why I'm so excited to be working with all the amazing community organizations in New York City to build student power, a citywide student network in New York City for student power, focusing on economic justice, racial justice, gender justice. I'm excited for it.
So the three of us are up here because we've seen this model work and we've seen it be replicated. I founded the ISN chapter at Roosevelt University in Chicago, and I just wanted to say something. G talked about students being dangerous, and I think that students are dangerous when they're taken seriously and when they take themselves seriously. And that's what this organizing under this model did for me. Like, I might have a baby face, but I am a force to be reckoned with. And that's the approach that we take with all of our organizers. So I spent this past year building out a national infrastructure for the Fossil Fuel Divestment Student Network. But all of us are up here today because National People's Action has decided to take the three of us on to build out this model with they have over 30 affiliates in 18 states. So we're really excited to be here today. We know that we can build this model, we can replicate it, and we can have a national student movement. Thank you.
So this is